So the core reason you come into this course is to work more with the data. All right. So to
Yes.
understand in the cloud how you are engaging and all these things. Okay. So we have 2 more minutes to wait for others. So meanwhile, I will tell some of the interesting thing. You know, which how the data modeling and data analytics and how the data has become very important in the market. So one of the wonderful thing recent time we heard about GPT chat. Have you heard about those things, guys? GPT chat.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. No, last time my friend asked me, I want to centralize the two images, one top another. I want to make it center using Bootstrap. So I told them, okay, go and approach for GPT chat. Initially, they went after 2 minutes. They come back. Yes, it's perfect code. Yeah, even I tried and I typed same thing. Fantastically, it is coming up very good. Okay, so that is where the market has been increased so much. But you imagine, so CSS, there are cores of data will be there, right? So cores of model will be there. Exactly, it is picking that model means somewhere this need to be pre-built and that somewhere it is has been stored, right? Yes. So otherwise they cannot able to pick it quickly. Or if they want to build also, at least they need to, artificial intelligence need to pick each and every line from somewhere. So the data is stored somewhere, right? So that is a very important thing to achieve this kind of goals, right? And also nowadays, are you using Amazon or Snapdeal or something? Probably yes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if I keep my mouse on the product for some more time, in my mobile, I will get a message. This product is having this much discount and all this thing. So the idea is finding the right customer. See, I'm marketing for in this. I'm providing advertisement, but finding the right customer is a difficult job. But whereas now, what happened using web analytics, they could easily find out which product you are interested and what you want to do it from there, right? So that is how using your mouse movement, they will capture your interest and they read your mind and put this data into a separate area that I'm going to explain. So from there, that particular information will be transferred to another service. That service will connect you back. Okay, and say that if you are interested in this project, so product, so I'm going to give 20% discount, 30% discount, all these things, it will come to you. And that is how they capture the customers in the market. Okay, yeah, that's an amazing thing, right? Yeah. Okay. Um,
Think we can start the demo. There are no
okay.
such people who will be joining now, so we are good to go, right?
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Anyhow, so if anybody join in between, also please allow them
Sure,
so that we can. Yeah.
sure, sure.
Okay. So this course is completely on some of the examination basics. Okay. So what I would really like to do is I want to share some of the information. You can able to see my screen, right? Hello.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So this is your syllabus. Okay. So first of all, so why you are coming for this course is to complete the Azure certifications for DP 203. So I want to give some background about this certification. So before going to that, so why it is so important? Why data engineering is so important? Because all the datas are not same. So when you are handling the data and processing the data, obviously that is also different. And all of us are sudden, so the cloud come into business. Everything is virtual, and so the real-time operations are changed to on-premises operations are changed to cloud style. So all these things are in picture now. So earlier they have two exams to find out a data engineer, or to tell you that you are certified, you are capable of performing data engineering. There is two certificates. One is A0201 and 203. Okay, these two things, to this two certificates are, deciding you. So 200 and 201, I'm sorry, Azure associate developer, and also Azure core solutions. Okay, Microsoft Azure developer core solution, that examination is 200. Then after that you have to go for developer advanced solution 201. So these two certificates are there. So if you complete it, then only you can able to do Azure 203. Okay, so that is how it was designed. Then later point of time, what happened, the Microsoft, based on the feedback from the industries and associates, what they have done is they have completely removed this two paper, 200 and 201, and they introduced it to 203 alone. What they done is this two certificate will be combined to 203. Okay, so here it is a designing a data 203, and also one more, it is developer certification 204. Combinedly, if you complete it, then only they will give a certificate for data engineering. This is what the this was the solution. This was the setup from Microsoft till last year. Then later point of time, they have come up with an idea, and with little adjustment, they introduced a new certificate, a DP 203. You no need to complete two certifications. So you do just do this one certificate. That's all. You will be cover all the area of data engineering part, and you will be get certified. Okay, yeah. So this is what the story began 203. Okay, so what we covered in this 203, that is very important. Okay, so when you are starting itself, during a demo itself, I'll give you all the information about the certification. Final goal is to complete the certification, right? So my understanding is correct, team. So you all come to complete the certification, right? Hello,
Yes,
or
Sam.
just some practical scenarios kind of thing. That's the reason I asked you the question. Even this is a basic question, it is still valid. So this have design and implementation of storage. That is you are having 40% of question from there. Okay, so I need to talk a little more about this. So here you have data storage. So the storage is very important on this topic of the certificate name and what we are studying. So the storage is very, very important. The Azure is providing beautiful storage accounts, beautiful way of storing the data. Okay, how I'm saying beautiful. Right? The cloud come up, and Amazon has come up with a lot of cloud solution. The earlier AWS was running first at the market. Okay, they are number one in the cloud. That was some time before story. Now, you know the story. The Azure is overtaken. How they have done that? So one of the key area is storing the data. So most of the people using Windows and Linux as well. But in Linux, naturally, you can't immediately share, or at a stretch, you can't able to share more than 500 GB of data. Okay, so what they will do is they will send one pinball device, and the pinball device will be a hardware device. It is semi-automated one. So you need to pass the data over there, and you have to send it via courier to Amazon. So they will update the data. Okay, so this is one of the pinball device that going to customer and coming back to Amazon, and they are processing the data. All these things happen. Okay, so there are various techniques are there. Still, transferring a huge data from on-premises to cloud is become a struggling. Now, if you see that Azure comes up with a new idea, because operating system is there as Windows operating system. They have leveraged some of the protocol from Windows, and what you can do is you can able to transfer more than 500 GB of data, even terabytes of data. You can able to share it to storage account. They have introduced a protocol called SMB. SMB means server messaging protocol. So this protocol is really, really amazing. Have you experienced with SMB protocol, guys?
No, sir, I have not.
Okay, so the SMB protocol is very, very fast. So in the local hard disk, when you're copying a file from C drive to D drive, how much fast it happen? The same fast will happen when you are storing the file from here to your central. Believe me. Even the file is, I have transferred very big files also. It is taking very fast, and it is a real time almost. Okay, there's a small difference there between real time and this one. So that those kind of protocols they introduced, so the people are willing to move to Azure automatically. So that is where the Azure is very strong, and also Azure have lot of capabilities of managing the data. Okay, so when I say the data means, many people thought that is just a file. No, table is a data, but that is not a file. Okay, so even if you are putting WhatsApp message, that is a message. It is not a file. All right. So what they have done is they have given various, you know, they have given various option to store the files. Okay, so that is where they are very successful. Let me show you something in little bit practical, so that you will correlate your thing. So if you see that I'm in one storage account. Okay, so easily you can able to understand. This is the storage account for me. The storage account. So they have processed. They have given different style of storing data. Okay, so one is blob. Okay, so this is a public blob. Blob means binary large object. Okay, so it's a very big data also that you can able to store it as a file shape. And also you want to have a data in the form of message, you can able to store it in a queue support. And if you want to store the data in this type of table, there is a default table is available. Okay, default table is available. So this table support no SQL type of database. Okay, and you can store it. And in case if you want to map your file, okay, if in case if you want to map your file with your another hard drive or something, what you can do is, um, you can able to store the files in such a way. See, someone has joined, I believe. Oh, Shubham joined. Okay,
I
so
think he was dropped by
okay, am I
and he.
audible, guys? Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you.
you're audible.
Yeah. So when you give a data, in case your data comes in the table format, that you can store it, and in case if your data comes in queue service or messaging format, you can able to store it. And in case if it comes in file, most of the type of data can be stored in the container or data lake storage, and all these facilities are given. So now the customer comes in here, he will not go anywhere, because if you could able to store the data in the table format, obviously your software data also can be stored here. The cost is very less. Okay, and you can able to maintain queue, many file containing and file mapping, everything can be done here. And also if you see that the capacity, so for example, I have created one storage account just 4 minutes before for demo. um, you know how much memory allotted for this storage? 2500 terabyte of data has been allotted in the storage account. Okay, so by default it is 500 terabyte of data is there. In case when you start increasing it, your benchmark will be roll up to 2500 terabyte data. I don't see any cloud computing is providing 2500 terabyte of data at the single stretch. Okay, so this is the capacity of Azure. So you people need to understand that. So when they're giving large amount of capacity with a lot of facilities, obviously definitely people will not go outside of Azure. So that is one of the storage strong. They are strong in. They are very much strong in storing the data and managing it as well. And also they have think in all the aspect. So we wait 1 minute, I want to show you. This is a small thing, but still it is very valid why you are going for it. So you created a storage. At the same time you can able to build your static website. This is not a big thing, but you think about it. I'm going to give one small advertisement that is obviously we used to do, right, the company. They want to give some advertisement, they want to build some static page. So just one click, so you can give your index page and URL. That's it, the page will be ready. So imagine how much deeperly the engineers are think about it and they bought in. So not only storing a data and exploring a data as well. So lot many things come into the storage part. So those things and all will be get covered under this part. So how you design your data. So can you answer Santanu and and Subham, why I need to design the data? Just we'll make it as a more discussion session rather than proactively I'm speaking. Why we need to design the data? If I put it in a file, it is going to store, right? But why I need to design this data and implement the storage? Any idea? Uh, Guys, am I audible? Yes, Santanu, go ahead.
You are audible, but I'm not sure.
Okay. I would like to give you. So now that is the reason I asked you question. When I keep on telling if you don't know something, so then that's why. I am storing a data uh, in the form of file. For example, I draw one picture, I'm storing the file. So what type of hardware support I need? I should have a storage, I should have a RAM memory that need to copy the data block by block and it need to store the data. That's it, right? Yes or no?
Correct.
No need to do anything. When I'm going for SQL server, MDP, 1 GB data is there. I'm storing the data. Copying the data by 4 MB, 4 MB, 4 MB, 10 GB is there. How much time it will take? It will take long time. So the
Yeah.
customer will get fed up. So now I need to change the capability of storing the data. Now I should not use just TCP protocol. I need to use something bigger than this, right? So the cloud which I'm opting, so that they should have all these facilities. So each file is different, each data is different, right? There are many differences are there while storing an information. That is why we need to design the storage part. So then only you can able to store the data perfectly. Structured data is there. CSV, it is a structured data is there. Semi-structured data. So all the entity objects. Entity objects can have images and also you have a data as well. Semi-structured data. And unstructured data. Unstructured data means image. So you're storing image or you're storing some songs or some video files. These are all image data. So when you're storing that, so that need to be stored in a different way. And also when you are recovering the file, that need to be recovered in a different way. In the YouTube, you are going to put a shock. So the Kolaveri song some years before, many years before, that was still hit in the YouTube struggle record. Many people started listening at the same time. So YouTube could not able to take the file from hard disk and giving to everyone again and again. The performance is getting hit. So they introduced caching. Okay, they introducing additional caching. So the data will not be pick it up from hard disk all the time. It will be data will be cached in the memory all the time. So anybody comes into listen that song, it will not go to hard disk and take the data. It will take time. So it will take it from the cache itself. So people feel a very good experience on retrieving the data as well. So when you are designing and implementing the storages, so one is the way you are storing and decide what kind of storage type you are taking, and also how you retrieve the data. All these things are matter. That is what you are going to learn from here. That is the part of design and implementing storage. If you have any question, please ask me. Okay, for that you have to implement the physical data storage structure and implementing the logical structure. So these are all helps you. Okay, and implement the service layer. This service layer will be producing the data to you. So all these things I will train you. Okay, since already you have an experience, some a material process and other things, I'm really it is very easy for me to transfer this all the knowledge to you. The next one, design and develop the data processing. Okay, so I was working on a project for NBA, nationwide, National Basketball Association. So there, it's just a basketball game, but the amount of data it is storing is very huge. Audience, stadium, and amount transaction and billings, mainly billings on the player's salary to what goods purchased, and what is the contract made between sponsors and benefit sharing, all these things. So there is, I can say that is one of the biggest data sharing area. In that one, some of the data need to be processed very immediately. Okay, one application is developed in Linux, another application developed in Windows, one more application is developed in Mac mobile device. There are many various endpoints are there that is providing data to a centralized place. Okay, now I'm getting CSV data, JSON data, and also I'm getting flat file system data, and also SQL server data. All this data I'm getting it. Now, when I'm going to show to the customer, I need to show it in a simple HTML format. Do you all get me right? So, what is the situation I'm facing? You're getting me
Correct.
right?
You need to
Yeah.
implement the same HTML for all the platforms.
Yes. So now I'm getting a data from various sources. There are various endpoints providing various data. Some people are voting. Okay. So Jan Mandro is need to be play in this match. Yes, no. So that data also I need to send. And somebody make the payment for the ticket. That information also I need to store. In a centralized area, so it need to be calculate everything I need to send. So I need to do a net data neutral. So what should I do? So JSON data need to be converted to a common format. CSV data converted to a common format. Then only I can able to develop the data processing. So then only I can able to provide one report among everything. So that can be done. And also when I'm doing all this operation, that should be bulletproof. There should not be any error at all. So in this case, so I need to store the data in different nodes. Each node is a processing unit. Without any failure, that data need to be processed, and that need to be calculated in one software, and that result need to be published in a HTML format to the customer, and customer just are the business stakeholders, and they will see the data. So in this case, you can simply imagine how much difficult this is. To do that, everything is solution came into picture now. Okay, so we should split the data. We should able to take the data backup and all these things. So all these things, all these powerful techniques that you will learn. So this will be coming under data designing and developing a data processing. So now only you are coming into data processing, and so it is covered under 25 to 30% of questions will come from here. So after my session, all these things you can able to answer it. Okay, it is no trouble in that. You can easily answer these questions. Next. Now the next one is designing and implementing the data security. Okay. Um, Guys, you are all doing data processing. Subham, you are into ETL process. So while doing ETL process, data security is what you have done for data security. How you secured the data. Subham, are you there? Okay. Okay, fine. So you all heard about HTTP protocol, right? And HTTPS protocol, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So what is the difference between that?
What I heard that in HTTP was not secure because there was a chance that if
Correct.
someone was trying to hack, it will give you a false URL that you are trying to access, and they will take your data from there. And
Fantastic.
HTTPS is much more secure in that.
Yeah, fantastic, Sandanu. So you are rightly said. But when I say HTTPS, how it is securing a data? Have you thought about it? So it is
Uh,
securing it. Yeah. Go ahead.
uh, uh, we send a one second. We send a URL to it, and we receive a IP address from this, and think they are regularly refreshing the
No. Okay,
uh,
no, no problem, no
what
problem.
you
I'll tell you
connections.
so
Yeah,
that, okay. So you are in
yeah, sure.
US. I will tell you an example. You are in US. I have to give a hard cash money of 10 crores to you, okay? Or I need to receive money from you. 10 crores, I need to receive 10 crores US dollars. I need to receive as a hard cash in a bag, and I want to receive it and take it from you. Now I'm going to send a person. So that person is coming to collect the money from you. How do you believe that this sent by Gopi only? Whether Gopi Suresh sent this candidate or someone else sent this? How do you know that? So to know that, I will tell him some password, and also I will take a one rupee note you seen in the movie. I'll cut that in a different manually. I will split that rupee note, and I will give one part to him. Okay, another part I will give it to you. So when he come and give you, you can match both. If it perfectly match, also if he said the password, then he will confirm that he is the person who is going to receive the money from you. Make sense?
Yes,
Okay. So now, what is ensuring the security?
the password.
The splitted note and password. The splitted rupee note and password. These two are making you that it is secured. So the same thing here. When somebody make a request to me, okay, as a server, what I will do is I will ask your username and password. You will give username and password. Once you enter the username and password, I will create one digital certificate. That digital certificate will be stored in your system. Same digital certificate, the another gap will be there in the server. Whenever you connect to me, what I will do is I will take that certificate and I will validate with my certificate which I created for you. Both are matches, then I will allow you. Make sense?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Now, see here. So, manage user certificate. It is available in your Windows system also. Okay. So, these are all the certificates which is stored. So, now what I will do is I will say google.gmail.com. So, this is a HTTP call. What this is? This is HTTP call. The moment I click no, so what it become? It is going to become a HTTPS. What it become? It is going to become a HTTPS one. So it
HTTPS.
is not
Yes.
HTTP. Do you see that? It has become HTTPS. So what Google did? So I have entered the username and password sometime before. It created on certificate and it is placed in my computer. Can you see that? These are all personal certificates. Security reason they have not given the certificate name. But all these certificates are stored in my computer. Makes sense, guys? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next time, when from the same system, I given some URL, this certificate will be taken for consideration and this will be verified with the server and it say that, boss, you are certified. So then I am allowing data. So now I have joined in this one. I can able to go to my Google photo. I can able to go to my Google Play. Anything I can do. Yeah. So it is allowing me. Happily it is allowing me. Hi. Right. So how? Because my certificate is valid for some days. Okay. So after some days, so again it will ask you, boss, please, renew your certificate. That means it will ask re-enter the password. So again I will re-enter the password. It will allow me. Okay. So now do you understand how I secured the data?
Yeah. How was it different in HTTP? Like,
HTTP there is no certificate at all. It won't validate. It will not won't validate at all.
okay. Okay.
No session will be there. No session at all. So if you give the same URL link, I will copy the same URL link to give it to some other friend. For example, finances. 1 minute, guys. Sorry, 1 minute. Guys, am I audible? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now you see me, right? So you are seeing my screen. Um, what I'll do, I will open some mail here. Mm, all are important. Okay, I'll go for a promotion. I click on this file and I want to see open in a new window. So what happened now? So this is coming with some key and all. So if I copy this file and if I give it to you, when you open this one, this mail will not open for you
Correct.
because the certificate is not there with you. It will fail. Whereas if it is HTTP, it will open for you. You're clear now, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so this is what the difference between this one. Now, this is for simple data processing. I have told you this much security is there. So, for mailbox, when you are transferring a huge amount of data, the security is the biggest challenge. So, many hackers are there. They know how to proxy your application and all this thing. How they will put, duplicate session and recovering data. Everything they can do it. So, to overcome all these things, so what we are doing is, so we are teaching, we come up with many security mechanisms. So all these mechanisms and encryption, decryption, all these things will be taught to you in this session. So implementing data security, and there is a POSIX, and there are many layers are there. So using all these layers, so we will ensure that your data is secured in the during the data process. And the next one is whatever the data which we are processing it. So that all the data should have a small monitoring devices. So this monitoring devices are listeners. All your activity, data activity will be recorded and stored it in a log for a certain period that you can able to confirm. So later point of time you can go back and see and analyze your data. So which data source has been used most and which is not used, and why it is not used, and what is the significance of each data source. Everything that can be monitoring, that is called monitoring services. These monitoring services are very important. That also you can able to set up in your data processing. So this all these things we will teach you in terms of the certification point of view, and also I will give you beautiful real-time examples and scenarios. I will show it in practicals that you can easily capture those. Okay, those instructions are 100% very useful for your certification clearance. And also I have few dumps which where I don't like to give complete dumps and do this. So I will take some practical question in the exam point of view. So those also I will teach you. So definitely you can able to clear out your exams. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guys, do you have any questions on this?
Will we be apart from the course, will we be working on any hands-on or any live
Yes,
project?
we will give hands-on live projects. We will give. Okay, I have one flight booking application is there. In this flight booking, you have to manage your booking data and all. So only challenge which I am facing here is the huge amount of data that you need to create, or you need to download it from some other softwares. Okay, so from other data source, and you process the data. That's it. So the practically you can able to build those application. Yeah, that I will give a guidance to you. You can develop an application. I can review your code as well. Any other questions?
No, I just want to ask why only Azure? Means what is the difference between AWS and GCP?
A really fantastic question. See, what is your operating system? Windows mostly. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
What is your client's operating system mostly? Windows. Okay. So Microsoft is supporting Windows, and also most of the solutions are coming from Windows based. So as I said earlier, if you're in the beginning session, so the data storage, how much facility they have given, that you can see. The same support is available in AWS also. Same support is available in Google also. Google Cloud also. There is one more cloud is there, Hiraku. They are also providing same support. Now, where the Microsoft is winning and why we are going for Azure is The number of services for additional activities for monitoring and securing, all these things are not programming friendly like Azure. You got me right?
Yes, yes.
So when I'm performing an operation in the real time, so whatever the scenarios I need, for example, I told you simplest example, they are giving storage, you are doing storage, but they are also giving facility for you to build a static website. You don't need to pay money for it. So that much part they are thinking and providing service to you. The same style of activities that is happening in Azure as well. So that is where people are rushing to Azure data processing rather than AWS and other things. Now you go and just see the job market. You have plenty of opportunities for Azure compared to any other cloud. When you are free, please search in net. So how good worth in what is the worth in Azure and AWS? Okay, I love AWS as well. I'm not totally this one, but here all the Microsoft products are mostly supported and used to build, but still they are master in this. Okay, master in all this thing. They are providing a lot of facilities, and many long-term supports are provided for each and every service. So that is where the clients are primarily going to Azure, and they are, uh, you know, uh, they are paying money and developing those things. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So I have 15 minutes time. So what I'll do is I will build a small, data processing sample build. I'll show it for you. Just you can. So you have any other question? Please ask me, Subham and Shantanu. So all you from Bangalore or
I'm from Pune.
okay? Yeah. I'm going to build one small data processing using Azure. So you will come to know. So what are the how easy it is and how powerful it is. That is very important. How powerful it is. That's what we are going to see now. Okay. So now for this, what I need is I'm going to basically I will show you here. I'm going to perform the data processing. My data is a complete file. One storage account is there, another storage account is there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the file from one storage account to another storage account. That's it. So I will name here this one as a source one. And here I'm going to make it as source two. So these are all the two containers are there. Containers are nothing but a folders, okay, kind of folders in the internet. So I'm going to move the files from here to here. Okay. So further to that, I will give a clips on how it work for other type of data as well. I will show you. So I'm going to just create one data factory. Sorry, before I'm going to data factory, I should have to create storage account, right? So I will see any storage account is there for me. I will go with this one because this kind of name, if I give, that is unique, and also I will later point of time I can able to delete it. Just use for demo. So don't get fear with the name. It is not following any obedience on the naming, but still I have created it. Okay. So containers are there. So I will go here. Here I will give a beautiful name. Okay, understandable name that is called source. Source one. I'll create a container. This is nothing but a container means you can put all the files here. Okay. So I'll go inside the container. Very simple. So I will upload some files here. Okay. I'm going to click on browse files. I'm going to upload files. I'll say upload. The file is getting uploaded. Source one is having a handful files in the container. You all understand, right? Please reply me.
Yeah.
Yeah, clear, right? Okay, fantastic. So now what I will do, I'm going to create another container here. So I'll go back and there's a container list here. I will say container 2. Container 2. Sorry. I'm
Source
really
two.
sorry. Source 2. Sorry. Source 2. Okay. So I'll say create. So now source 2 is empty now. So using ETL process, I'm going to move the file from there to here. Okay. Um, Subham, what you will do in case in your ETL process, in case if you want to move the file. So here I have go to home. Okay. Data factories will be there. So this is my processing unit. Data processing service. This is. I'll go here and I'll create a name here. Okay. I'll create my resource group. So this is resource group is nothing but a logical naming for all collection of resources. Okay. So I will say that this is a learning group. That's fine. And the name is here. I will say it is move files data factory. So it may not be unique. So that's why I'm adding a name at time here so that it will be unique. Okay. So it is contain still it is okay. It is unique now. Now my portion is central US. I'm creating it. Okay. So I can create for any device, any area, but I'm creating for central US. Now, whatever the operation I'm doing it, the code will be generated for equally for that. Okay. That code
Data
can be
factory. Data factory is for transferring the data, like the for the ETL processes.
exactly.
So the region would be depending on the containers region, or
It's a container region or any other region also. See, your region is in US, East US, but you are creating your data factory in Central US, still that is valid.
okay. So the container, the region of the container and region of the data factory need not be the same.
Yeah, it no need to be. Okay. So it no need to be. So you can able to easily move from one place to another place. That does not matter at all. Make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So when you are creating a linked service, you have to configure accordingly. Okay. That's the only thing. Otherwise, it does not have any problem at all. So configuration, Git configuration is there. Just I have, you know, I'll say configure later so that it will not ask question. In case if I enable it, all your activity, whatever you're doing, so this code will be get generated and that will be stored in the Git. Okay, so you can able to maintain your changes in a Git repo. So what I'll say review and create it. So it is going to get created. I'll review it again. Let's get created. So please bear with me. It will take 3 minutes time. So meanwhile, Subham and Santru, do you have any questions?
I also just wanted to know whether there would be any help to get a job opportunity in this profile after the course.
Um, Actually, you can connect with HR, so they will give a complete information. Ideally, that is there in the websites I have seen. It is clearly mentioned out, right? Um, Ramesh, are you there in the call? Hello. Wait, I'll ask him to answer.
Hello.
Hey, hey, hello.
Hi, sir. Actually, we will, Shubham and Shantanu, as we discussed during the counseling, we will give you 1 year of job assistance, okay, for this particular course, other position which is related to Azure data engineering. All right. So it will be for 1 year.
Is it big clear to you, Santanu?
What do you mean by job assistance? Sorry. Sorry. Hello. When you said job assistance, 1 year of job assistance, what does that
Yes.
mean?
Assistance like you will be added in a group after completing the course where you'll receive a job calls. That openings of in a particular company that will be posted in a WhatsApp group or it will be in the Telegram.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, Santanu, apart from this, I would like to tell you. Okay. Um, there are a lot of opportunities in the market. Okay. Just you upload your, for testing purpose, you upload your resume with the DB203 certification, the LinkedIn or something. You're getting a lot of calls. Okay. I want to give you one small instruction to you. Um, I'm looking for a job change. So in that case, I'm keeping my profile in the different region. For example, US region and UK region, all these things when I keep it. So what happened? My resumes will be called from them, and I'll get a higher jobs. For example, from US, Capgemini have interviewed me, and they told that okay, I'm in India, but I don't have H1B visa. So they put me in Bangalore. Okay, you got me right. So this is a small technique that I would like to tell you. So that is how what you can do is you can able to promote your resumes in a different regions. Is that clear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a wonderful trick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And also the way you are speaking is very important. The way you are practically showing your profile is that should be important. Okay, end of the call I will give you some techniques to you. You should probably definitely the job assistant he is committed, but apart from that I will tell you that is a self-sufficient one. You no need to depend on many things. Okay, you can be self-sufficient on your own. I will tell you some techniques. Okay, so here I created a data processing and I will create a launch studio. Okay, so this data factory have online studio so that you can able to create on your own. It will be come on its own. It will work in the browser itself, so you no need to download anything. That is the beautiful thing that I would like to tell you. How to- so these are all developed using rich text environment, so it looks very beautiful. Okay, so still it is asking me to build a code. Okay, just I'm making here. Hmm. Okay, so here I have pipelines. You know pipeline, right? It is connecting one node to another node. Very simple thing. Okay, I'm going to build a new pipeline. Okay, so pipeline one, I have the name. So I will do say that source one to source two. Okay, yeah, give beautiful description and all done. Okay, so this is the location I have. So this is my pipeline done. What happened in the pipeline? There are many activities are there. Okay, so in the pipeline what I have, many activities are there. So one of the activity is move and transfer the copying data. I'll take this guy. Okay, simplest activity. If I go inside, you can see there are a lot of properties that is shown here. I'll make it as full screen here. So these are all the properties it is showing underneath. So where is my area? So this is the copy data. So here, if I want, I can able to introduce parameters that will be asked as an input. Now, if you click on this area, you can see source and target is there. Target is sync. Okay. Source is there. I'm selecting a data source here. So new data source. What is the data source? Where I'm picking the file?
Source.
From container, right? That is from Azure.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Okay, yeah.
So I'm taking from the blob storage. This is happy. Okay. So blob storage is taking data. So just say continue. It is asking which file you want to transfer. Or you want to go to just JSON or delimited file, Avro, Excel. So all these are file formats. Now I'm going for a binary file format. Just I'll say continue. Done. So now my source is set. That is called binary one data. Okay. So I will mention here source one binary data. But just for my understanding. Now what happened? So your data can be within the Azure or can be outside also, right? Can be within Azure or it can be outside also. So in that case, what you can do is you have to create one more service called link service. This link service, it will take all credentials of yours securely. Either you take it the data from Azure itself or you can take the data from outside. So it will take all the credentials. So it have all the default setups here done. Azure subscription it is asking me to choose. I have choose here, and the storage account name it is asking. So I'm saying that storage account name. So yes, fine. Okay. So here my storage account it is getting help here, and I have given all my credentials here. Everything is given. Now just I will say create. My linked services get created. So I created a source, linked service I'm creating. Linked service have further question. Boss, your linked service name is this one, Azure Blob Storage 1. And what is the container? And what is the path? So I'm selecting here. This is my container. That's it. I'm saying okay. So I'll say okay here. So my next is syncing is there. So where I will sync the data. So again, what I need to do, I need to tell where I need to go to sync. I'm going to sync the blob storage. Yes, done. And what type of file I'm going to storage? Binary data. Yes, continue. And again, I have another link I need. So where I need to link, I'm going to create another storage, another link service that is Azure Blob Storage 2. So I will say here, what is my subscription? So I will say my subscription and storage account name is again the same storage account name. I will say okay here. It is get created. All the authentications are given. In case I am connecting to the another AWS service, I can able to select AWS service here, and I could able to what I could able to do. I could able to give username and password and everything. That's it. That will take me, it will connect to my Azure and it will process the data. All these programs are pre-built. Okay. All these programs are pre-built. So you don't need to worry about any of these things. Okay. All these programs are pre-built. Okay. So you don't need to write single line of code. Okay. You don't need to write a single line of code. So all these files will be get created. Is that clear to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we have given here, and let me debug this. Okay, whether everything is correct or not. So it is queued now, and it will tell whether the file is copied or whatever the error comes in or something, that it will tell.
So this particular task will copy only the binary files into the source too as well.
Yes, exactly. So it is succeeded. Now let me see whether that source has been copied the data or not. So probably it should have copied. If not, then we can see the debug informations. Yeah, it copied, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so simple, right? Yeah, it's very simple. But in the same way, you can able to move the data from SQL Server to CSV, CSV to SQL Server, Oracle, SAP, even cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency services are there available in our data factory. Plenty of things to learn. Hold your interest and join with us. Definitely will make you a better data engineer. And also, please recommend us from your friends as well. So we'll do our best. Make sense, guys?
Yeah.
And if you don't have any question, I can able to close the call.
Thank you for the demo, sir. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thanks Santanu and Shubham for joining, showing interest on us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.